Okay, guys, welcome to this morning's morning mindset. I'm super excited about this week. It is our claiming clients workshop and challenge week. So on the replay of this video and on the screen as well, if you're here live, we will start to be working through and unpacking this concept of claiming clients. If you can really take this on board over these next 5 days, this is the only thing you're going to need to know about how to get clients. We're going to unpack this. It's pretty jam-packed, so obviously I've put quite a lot of the content in the workshop side of things, which is inside Virtual CoWorking Space. So if you can see on the screen here, you can log in, you can go onto the menu on the left-hand side. It says Event, Master the Art of Claiming Clients, 20th to the 24th of October. This will still be available even after the workshop is finished and everything. This is training that's going to stay inside the Virtual CoWorking Space. So if you want access to it, and if this is sometime ahead in the future, you can still go in and get that. Over the next 5 days, we are going to be unpacking 5 really crucial keys or key elements to ensuring that you get clients. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I think a lot of VAs get started just simply not aware that this is a thing. And, you know, you're getting started from the wrong place. And it's almost like, you know, taking a huge, massive scenic route. Sometimes people do it for years and years and years before they actually finally get this. So let's try and cut all that out and just try and get to the source of everything right now of how to get brilliant clients for your VA practice. And we're going to cover basically the 5 keys. The first key today we're going to cover is confidence, which is a primary one. But I want to tell you a little bit first about training and coaching and consulting and techniques and methods of acquiring clients. Okay, so there are many, many, many ways to acquire clients in your virtual assistant business. Okay, many. And there are virtual assistants out there teaching these techniques in the way that they've done them. A lot how this training thing works is generally most of us, or the really good ones that are doing the training, and there are many out there, virtual assistants have worked their way up through building their own business, getting it to a place where they're super happy, they're able to get clients in, everything's working really well. And then they'll put the nuts and bolts of what they did together in a training program. Great. We all need to have a base to start with, a place to start with. I myself also have an entire training level in one sourcing dedicated to getting clients. We go through the funnel that you need to set up. We go through how to generate the leads for the funnel. We go through how to do the consulting process to secure the business. And then we go through how to maximize the income from those clients. I've got a training course on it too, technique, on steps, on do this, go here, say this, you know, put this up, you know, have this form, whatever. But that's not what gets you the clients. And that's where this misconception comes in, that it's the technique that doesn't work, or it somehow isn't working for you. And that's because there's something crucial and fundamental that has to be understood before embarking on these techniques and how to create funnels and get leads and things like that. And that's what we're going to be unpacking this week. Because no matter who you learn from, whatever VA it is, whatever trainer, whatever coach, whether it's me, whether it's someone else, you know, we've all got our techniques that have all worked. So they all work, you know, and no one person can buy that program, because you'll see in testimonials, this worked great. I loved it. Thank you so much. I've got a full client practice now. I've taught people who have literally used my techniques. 24 hours later, they've come back and said, God, I've got a client. Like, I never even imagine. I thought it would take me months. I thought it would take me years. 24 hours later. One lady, 2 weeks later, after implementing techniques that I taught her, she's replaced a full-time income from a job that she lost. You know, like, these are not unusual. People double, tripling, quadrupling their income within 6 months, getting to the point where they're so full that they have to start turning clients away. That's my experience of when I've been working with my clients, and I say, well, I did this and this, and I teach it and I share it, and I've literally in my level of training, I've put together the easiest thing that I've done, the easiest funnel that I've done, the most direct methods, the most direct training of the quickest things that I've done. I've had clients come from lots of different places, but the quickest things. And if you really, really want to make this even more effortless, like, I'm not talking about looking for the next technique, looking for the thing that's going to work for you, looking on the outside for everything. If you just want to make this super effortless, do this workshop. Do not waver from this workshop. Do not waver from the training that I'm sharing with you across these 5 days and these 5 videos and these 5 keys that we're going to use to unlock your ability to be able to have the same results as the people who are saying, gosh, it happened for me so fast, and I've got my practice and it's brilliant. And, you know, there's 2 different types of people in this world, and I'm going to teach you how to be this first type where you implement things and they just happen for you, almost like magic, almost like a miracle. And the other type is the people who continue looking for the next silver bullet, looking for the next magical technique. Is it cold calling? Is it cold emailing? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Facebook? Is it, you know, doing direct outreach? Is it, you know, like, what is the next technique that is going to work for me? So the very first thing I need you to know, and the very first decision you have to make today and tell yourself, is no matter what technique I find out there that I decide I want to use, it works for me. Okay? Do not, and if you are approaching any VA training program to, you know, in the sense of, I need to know how to market my business, what offer do I need to put together, what social media presence do I need to put together, what, you know, what do I need to say to entice people in and stuff like that, and you're looking on the outside for this information, and you're looking for the next course, the next, you know, this, that, and the other, then you will be in a constant perpetual state of, I don't have, so I have to keep looking. And then you place all the responsibility of that on yourself. And then maybe you'll blame other people because you used that technique and it didn't work, or something like that. But that's only because you have not decided from the offset that when I take this program, it will give me everything I need to achieve the success I desire, and the clients I desire, and the income I desire. Okay? So lesson number 1, all techniques work. Lesson number 2, they won't work if you're coming from a place of neediness. So what do we need to do to lose that neediness? And when I talk about neediness, I'm talking basically about the confidence for you to present yourself energetically in the right way to bring clients into you that are a match to your energy. So you imagine this. I see this a lot in my virtual assistant network, in my Facebook group, my LinkedIn group. There's like 130 plus thousand people in there now, and you see these 2 different types. You see the confident ones that are coming in, introducing themselves, claiming what they do, claiming what they earn, claiming what they know, claiming their clients, and you see the other ones basically literally writing, and I've seen this, please give me a job. I will work for very little or nothing, or a low cost, or I'll work for free. Like, please give me a job. Now, let's say, for example, let's just pluck something out of here. Like, if I'm a client and I want to work with someone and I'm happy to pay, I want to get the best person my money can buy, right? If I'm a client and I want to work with someone and I'm just looking for the cheapest option, and I don't care what that is, that for me, I would not be my ideal client. And that person looking for the cheapest option is generally probably not going to be the most desirable client to work with. So because they're basically saying, I'm not caring about the quality, I'm not caring about the value, I'm not caring about the service, I'm not even caring about the person. I'm just caring about how much I pay. So again, we have all these different archetypes of clients, and whoever we are being, we are attracting that particular type of client to us. So let's say, for example, let's choose something. Okay, a dentist. Let's say you want to go to a dentist, and what do? Do you go and look and say, okay, well, does anybody know a bad dentist? No, you say, does anybody know a really good dentist? What makes that dentist really good? It's somebody who has the confidence to go in and consult with someone and say, yeah, I've checked it out. You need this, this, and this. We can do it next Tuesday. This is the bill, go and pay at the reception. Or are you going to sit there and choose the dentist that goes, please let me take your teeth out. Please let me do your root canal. You know, begging, I'll do it cheap. I'll do it for free. I'll do it for nothing. Are you honestly really gonna trust that dentist? Or are you gonna choose that dentist if you've got absolutely no other option? You just want the cheapest of the cheap, you know? So basically, dentists and clients and VAs we're all the same thing. We're all coming from a place of an energetic match to what we're looking for. So if you want a client that's going to treat you right, pay you well, be great to work with, you've got to be that match to that client, because then when that client will come in and match that energy. So if you're being the needy, please help, I'll be cheap, I'll do things for free, please tell me how to get a job, please tell me what to do, you know, like you're coming from a place of neediness and lack, you will attract again that. So you say to me, okay, well, Michelle, I've never done this before. I've just started out as a VA, or I've had some really bad experiences and I just don't have that confidence. Well, you might say that now, but that is now the past. I've just said that and it's gone. You can now, in this present moment, claim your confidence. Create that confidence. You decide, okay, who told you you weren't confident? You told you weren't confident. You said, I'm not confident. So change the script, change the story. I am now this incredible, confident, virtual assistant that will not settle for anything less than an energetic match to my practice, to my service, to what I have to offer. So this is honestly, confidence is the first key. Your self-concept, what you say you are, is what's going to create that confidence. And this is why we're doing the challenge at the end of this workshop, because generally it takes a bit of repetition to be able to get to the point where you say, I've got it now and I embody it and I know who I am and I know what I want and I know what I'm getting, right? So a lot of people, if you read a book once, right, and then you go back and read it a second time, or if you watch a movie once and you go back and watch it a second time, oftentimes you'll see things that you didn't see the first time. Why is that? Because you've gone into watching or reading or looking or whatever, and then something has come up that sent your brain off on another train of thought. So now, instead of concentrating on what you're looking at, what you're reading, what you're doing, you've gone off into another train of thought. And then when you come back, you're on a different timeline in the book or the movie or whatever. So training courses are the same. Always repeat training courses. This is why I also repeat constantly to the same things, because you absolutely need to know that this is very, very simple. And if you just follow these 5 keys, you will crack the code. But the reason why we're doing the challenge at the end for 30 days is so you can implement these things consciously with conviction for those 30 days, so they actually get absorbed into you and you become the outcome of what you've absorbed. So this is why part 1 today is called the all-purpose concept. So what you guys are doing is going into Virtual CoWorking Space, going into the event, clicking on Sunday the 20th, it's Sunday the 20th today, and go into day 1 or part 1, and you will see the all-purpose concept. And here, there's a video that you watch at the top which will tell you what your concept is. I explain why I've given you this concept. You can choose your own concept, but if you are new to this and you have not been part of this world and this understanding before, I would say just go with this one, because this is something that I've evolved into over time, and it's definitely something, I would say it's probably quite next level stuff. But if you do it for the 30 days in the challenge afterwards, hopefully you're really going to start to become and be this I am that you need to be, you know. And what a lot of us start from is a place of, oh, I'm not that confident, I don't have much experience, you know, I'm not at a place where I can charge the kind of rates that other people are charging, I'm not this, and all you're doing is creating that version of yourself, and then you'll attract the energetic match to that. Because again, like I'm sat in the dentist, if I want a really great quality service and I'm happy to pay for it, I'm not going to go to the dentist that's begging me for work. I'm going to go to the dentist that is confidently saying, I'm going to give you a fantastic smile. This is how much it costs. I'll see you next week. So there's a whole different, and you feel it within yourself. You feel it within yourself. Like one is like, oh my God, like I don't want to go down that road. And if you're being that energetic match, you know, you're going to find a struggle to get clients, and when you do get clients, you're not going to get the right kind of clients, and you're going to have bad client experiences, and then that's going to spiral out into other bad client experiences, and then you're just going to give up on this whole thing because you're going to just say, this isn't working, I can't do this, like I attract horrible clients, and then it starts seeping out into the industry, you know, like, and then suddenly it's like, oh, this is the virtual assistant industry is like that, and nobody wants to pay anymore, and nobody wants to treat you well anymore, and stuff like that, you know. But it's all about what you bring into your awareness. It's funny because we often have jobs posted, you know, clients will want to post jobs in the virtual assistant network, you know, and you read some of them and you just immediately delete them because you're like, good God, like, whoever is a vibrational match to the person wanting this probably shouldn't be a VA, you know, because it's like one person wanted somebody to work 40 to 60 hours a week, but wanted to be on webcam for every single hour. And it's just like, delete, you know, like who wants that? But there's going to be a VA out there that's a vibrational match to that, but that's not going to be a VA who's coming from a place of, that's the VA, the dentist who's really needy for work. So don't be needy. Don't feel the lack. You know, step into a place of power today. I don't care if it's fake it until you make it. I don't care if it's acting as if. I don't care if you say, well, I don't have confidence because I've never had a client. Tell yourself you do, and it will follow. Go within first, and you'll see it on the outside. You will start to feel different as well when you do this self-concept. You will feel into this self-concept, and the more you say it, first of all, it might feel like a little bit like, oh, it's a lie, but it's not. You have to then bring it into your truth, and once you do that, the circumstances around you will change, will shift, and providing you use all these 5 keys in this workshop, by the end of this 30 days, you're going to be like, good God, I wish I had known this before. So self-concept is the first thing. I've given you one in there in the training. I want you to go in there, watch the video. It's not very long. look at the self-concept and really try to get to grips with understanding and knowing who you are. Because whatever you say you are, you are. So you have to really start saying, I'm a successful VA. I don't need to present myself as needy. I don't need to go and beg for a job. I don't need to negotiate with clients to the point where I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make a profit or feed my family or whatever it is. Even though the outside circumstances are saying that right now, you are in the process of changing those through your self-concept. So stay in this knowing. Like, I know that by doing these techniques, I am now going to see changes in my exterior as I progress through, as things unfold. So go and check out that self-concept. That's part 1. We'll be back here tomorrow for another part of this. And like I say, it really is, these keys are really about, they're so easy because they're going to be changes in yourself. I'm telling you now, if you follow this workshop, you will never have to look outside of yourself for anything ever again, because it will all be brought to you, because you are claiming it now. You are claiming the clients, you are claiming the knowledge, you are claiming the experience. You don't have to go out there and chase it and hunt for it and find it, because you are now going to go within and claim it. Okay, so do the self-concept, and we'll be back here again tomorrow for part 2 of this workshop. And we will do daily accountability now, as we usually do, because this is non-negotiable. And all I can say is that for this week, you have to know that your vulnerabilities have to be put in a box, and you have to start stepping into a place. This is why we call it claiming clients. You have to step into a place where you're not hoping and looking and waiting and wanting and needing, but you're stepping into a place where you're saying, I'm ready, I know, I'm claiming. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Let's do daily accountability, and we'll be back here again tomorrow for part 2 of the Claiming Clients workshop. Do go and check that out inside the members area, and looking forward to tomorrow. Take care and have a beautiful day ahead. Before we begin, don't forget you can join me live online inside Virtual CoWorking Space at www.virtualmissfriday.com/VCS. If you enjoy this session, give it a like. I'd love to hear from you, so write me a comment. And so you don't miss any updates, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. So now we're going to look for the positive with our gratitude. First, we'll spend 1 minute thinking of the day before, thinking of all the things that happened, reflecting on work, interactions, relationships, memorable moments, and more. Now you'll write one thing down minimum that you're grateful for. You can, of course, write down more. Something good, something that went right, a small moment or a big win. The more you search for things to be grateful for, the more you will experience things to be grateful for. Now we're going to read out your goal. Make sure your goal is written down in a journal or somewhere you can easily access it. Read your goal now, ideally out loud, and commit to this goal. Believe it will happen. And by reading this daily, the universe knows clearly what your goal is, and the things begin to shift in the direction of your goal. Follow your instincts when this happens by taking action. Now you need to see your goal in visualization. Spend this minute thinking about the goal in your mind. See yourself taking steps towards the goal, or even better still, see yourself having already achieved the goal. Close your eyes and go there. Step into the feeling, step into the place, step into the accomplishment. And finally, it's time for your most important task. Set this task for today and make it relating to your goal. This could be something small like sending an email, recording a video, or making a phone call, or it could be bigger. Either way, one task a day is one step forward, and those steps will add up. Do what you can from where you are now. Set the intention, and the action will carry you towards your goal. Well done you for completing your daily co-create session. Have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you next time.